Yeah, story. I know you guys love stories just like I do. Oh, don't mind about my work time. I'm actually job. Yeah. So let's do this. Now, have you ever had a kisirani full day? Mine today was that kisirani full. So you see, normally I wake up at 4:30, but nowadays because we still like switching back to work routine, I tend to wake up at 5 thereabout because I don't usually have lots of stuff to do before leaving the house. Before I prepare tea and stuff like that. But today I woke up at 5 and I did whatever I had to do, and a few minutes before 6 I left the house. So when I left the house, kufika kwa stairs, I slept. You remember the story when I was telling you that for me I find it difficult for grown-ups to fall or drop, whatever. Yeah, so for in case, of course, I had to laugh at myself, but then I was like, what the heck? Why is this happening when I have to go to work? Of course, I when I sleep and fell, I felt some pain at my hip bone because I fell down with a thud. So and then I had my flask, the small one that I used to carry tea. So I was having tea. So that one, unfortunately, it slipped from my hand and it fell down. And then the lid, somehow it broke. So I had to go back to the house to see what I could do because all the tea poured down. And of course, I couldn't come to work without tea. So I had to refill it. So I went back to the house. Unfortunately, I got my son awake. Nowadays, my son stays with me. Oh, I like it so much. Though it's really inconveniencing, like for real. So today I went back. So when I went back, unfortunately, I found him awake. And then he was like, Mom, usiende job. Until he started crying. Then I was like, listen, the job. Like, have you ever found yourself in a situation whereby you have to explain to your kid why it's important for you to go to work? So I started, I have to go to work because one, if I don't go to work, it means that we won't be able to pay for this house, and when we can't pay for this house, then it means that we can't live within Nairobi. We'll have to go back to Shago, and going back to Busia, that is something he doesn't want to hear because he's been there all along alone. So of course he doesn't want to hear that. So when I told him that, he was okay. Another reason, if we have to go back to Shago, all the pizza that you tell me to buy for you, you won't be able to get. My kid has grown up in the village, and of course things like pizza, he's not really used to them, but he sees in the kids shows. I think I've bought him just once ever since he came, so he knows it. So I was telling him, when I don't go to work, I won't have the money to buy you pizza. And then he loves playing games, so going to the boxing castles, the trampolines and stuff. So I was telling him, if I don't go to work, I won't have money to pay for those ones as well. So finally I was able to convince him that really it's necessary for me to go to work. Now here comes the second question. After I told him he's convinced that really work is necessary, now he asked me, now at least, can we go with you? So that's another thing, because now, well, it's fine, you will go to work, but at least can I tag along? I was like, what? Now I had to convince him why I couldn't come with him to work. I mean, it was so difficult. Have you ever found yourself in such a situation? Now, tell me, because for me, when I wake up, in fact, I even dress in darkness because I don't want the lights to wake him up because it's always very hectic. So I managed to leave around 6:30, and with this Nairobi roads, just a little inconvenience in terms of time messes you a lot. 6:30 sharp, I was leaving the house. So I got to the stage where we wait for our mats. I waited. They came, all of them are really full. Because normally when we leave before 6, there are always so many of them, and you can even, I'm not taking that one. And even in prices, today I paid 80 bob, a place that I pay 30 bob every day. And it's January, guys. I felt like I was conned, but it's okay. That was it. So I was waiting for Amat to come. By 7, I was still waiting. It happened, I stay in Ruaka, and we take, there's Runka, we have Lofa, there is Kakose, there is Insider, and Unimax, and those other ones. So the routes around Banana, Mushava, Nderu. So I waited, and then one insider came. I got into it because I knew, no, it wasn't inside, it was Kakose. I knew it will just get me to Koja, and then of course I'll have to walk all the way to What is the place? Afya Center. That's where we get our mats to Langata Road. There's a colleague of mine who lives over there, so I decided to call him because I was running late. At that time, I hadn't even thought of texting my school head telling her I'll be running late because I thought I'll still hack it. I called 3 times. He wasn't picking calls, and I said, well, let me pambana with my Harley. So I decided to hop into the next bus, Kakose. The bus took us to Westlands, and I was like, okay, I was just busy on my phone looking outside. I'm seeing KFC. I'm like, where is this place? Westlands, my friends. I was like, oh, okay, I guess today is just my day. So of course we got to Westlands. Westlands, we went to town. When we got to town, I alighted, and then I was going to take our mat to school. By the time I was getting to school, into the school compound, it was already 8:20. But then I texted my head that I'd be running late, and she hadn't even seen, because when I got to school, I went to look for her. She wasn't even in the office, so she came later. So when I was going to tell her, I texted you that I'd be running late, so I've just come to tell you that I've come. She didn't even know what I was talking about. I was like, okay. But then she said it's fine. So yeah, that was how my morning was. So my first lesson was a library lesson. I had a case to deal with some other student. But at least my day is not messed up. It's fine. So I thought, let me just share with you the story. Like, people who have kids at home, when you're going to work, what do you tell them? Like, have you ever encountered a situation whereby you have to explain why you have to go to work? Tell me about it. But anyway, I hope you all are having a good time wherever you are. I'm also fine here, and I'm wishing you a good day. So this is Insight with Pape Masa. Till next time, it's bye for now.